Hey guys, this is Nathan, and welcome back to Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved. So, to start out the episode today, I am kind of wanting to remodel this spawner. So, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and just tear this whole thing down, and we'll start over. And there's a few things that I'm going to change about this time when I build it. First off, we're going to get rid of these conveyor belts. Now, there's an item here that's much better than the conveyor belt for moving mobs around, and that is the fan. And if we look at the recipe on the fan, and this is from Open Blocks, it's just iron bars, an iron ingot, and then some type of a stone slab. So we'll be able to make those really easy. Now, they do require a redstone signal to turn on, but I don't think we'll have any problems with that. Now, a couple of things that I'm going to be doing here. The spawner itself is going to go in the floor. So that will allow us to have gas be able to be spawned. And then we're going to put the fans around the back and the sides so that we can blow the mobs down into the grinder. So I'm going to rip this all down, and when I get a little bit more progress, I'll come back and we'll take a look at it. Alright, so I think I've pretty much got this set up here. So I've changed some things around here. I've got my Open Blocks tanks now going on this side of the grinder, and it's automatically pulling back into the spawner. And we'll be able to see, like right now, we are low in this tank, so we could break it out and put another tank in. Unfortunately, I don't have another tank to put there. But I have here some redstone conduit from Ender.io, and if we look at the recipe on this stuff, it's some redstone alloy, and this stuff is made by running silicone and redstone through an alloy smelter. Now, I happened to find it in a chest, so yeah, I had 3 of them, which is exactly how many I needed. But if we were to make this ourselves, the silicone comes from pulverizing sand. So, I mean, that's a pretty simple recipe. And I think we already have the alloy smelter somewhere. So we're not going to worry about that. Now, in here, because of the fact that the redstone alloy wire does not allow for any type of microblocks or covers or anything like that, I had to run it underneath the spawner. And actually, right now here, it's on right now. So let's go ahead and flip this lever. And that's a carpenter's lever, by the way, so I can place any block that I want on the bottom. Very simple carpenter's block with a stick, and the carpenter's block is just some type of a plank surrounded by sticks. So that's a pretty simple thing. So now if we look at this thing, the idle time is stationary. So now we can come in here and put in our safari nets without any need for worrying about spawning. Now we have the pipes here. We've got the extra utilities transfer pipe here to move in our essence, and we have our hardened flux ducts to bring power in here, and we need to cover all of these. Now the flux ducts require these covers from Thermodynamics, which are very simple to make. They are just a structural duct and whatever you want to use for the cover. The structural ducts are a lead ingot and iron nuggets or iron ore berries. So I mean, those are pretty simple, but we're able to drop that on there, and this now becomes a spawnable surface. I guess we've got too much light around here. But on top of the transfer pipes, we can just place simple microblock covers. So I'm just going to cover all of this up, and we have to shift click that one. So now we're ready to go. So if we come in here and grab, say, I don't know, the cow. We're going to spawn some cows real quick. So we'll toss the cow in here, and nothing will happen until we flip the lever. So we're going to go ahead and close this up, and then we'll flip the lever to turn it on, and we should see cows spawning almost immediately. Of course, it has to go through its idle time, and, is it not working? Oh, there it goes. So now the next thing that we need is to get our fans in there. So I guess I don't have everything. Oh, and by the way, I made this dolly from Java, Now this thing allows you to move around chests and better barrels, and it's not really too hard to make. We needed a couple of weighted pressure plates, a couple of sticks, a better barrel, and these reinforced wheels from Steve's carts. Now these guys take reinforced metal and iron ingots. Now this reinforced metal is kind of a little bit of a pain. We have to smelt some stabilized metal. Now the stabilized metal comes from hardened mesh, iron ingots, and refined hardener. The hardened mesh is iron bars with the refined hardener. And the refined hardener is, whoops, wrong one, is the raw hardener smelted, and the raw hardener is a diamond with obsidian. So it's not that it's hard, it's just a lot of crafting, and it's kind of annoying. So now the next thing we want to do is make our fans. So I think what I'm going to do, I have some sandstone slabs in here, so I'm going to grab a bunch of those. And then we need some iron. So there's some iron ingots. We'll go ahead and make up our fans here. So we've got quite a few of them that we can make. I don't think I want that many. We'll try 10. Whoops. And we're going to drop these covers and stuff back in here. So now the next thing we need a little bit of redstone. So we'll just grab, I don't know, enough for a stack of redstone. And then we will probably want a lever as well. So let's go ahead and grab some sticks. So I think 3 of them should be enough. We'll go ahead and make up 3. Oh, we're 1 short on that. Oh, and by the way, I moved a whole bunch of my stuff from up above down here into some resonant caches. So we've got our smooth stone, netherrack, dirt, and gravel here in this wall. So anytime that we go mining, we can just drop the stuff here. It's going to take us a long time before we can fill those. So we don't have to worry about that too much, but we're going to go ahead and grab 1 piece of smooth stone and just break it with our pickaxe so that we can get... no! Darn it. Get 1 more lever. No, I don't want to use levers on making the lever. And so now we'll go ahead and... well, I got some dirt here. We'll go ahead and head back up here. Oh, okay, so these have spread again. So I found out that these stock gardens from Pam's Harvest Craft actually spread. So all the gardens spread. If you right-click on them, you can pick them up. And then you can move them and plant them somewhere. So I've just been kind of, every time they grow, I spread them out. So eventually we should have an awful lot of those. But so now what we're going to do, we're going to come over here and grab a little bit of marble. And, how do we want to do this? I suppose we'll just go ahead and place the fans down, and depending on the angle that you're standing, that kind of changes the angle that the fans show up at. So you can see that one's pointed back that way. And I suppose what I'll do is I will just kind of cover this entire back area with marble again for the fans, and then we'll put the fans every other block, I think that's what I'll do. So we'll put this one the same way as the other one, or roughly the same. And these... whoa, I wanted you straight. So these we'll place like that. That's going to bug me. So we'll go ahead and place this one straight in here. And then we'll run a line of marble across the back. And then redstone over the top of those. So we'll go ahead and do this. Now if we place our lever here, we should be able to turn those fans on, and you can see they're spinning now. And if we turn on our spawner now, we will see those cows will get blown back into the grinder. So we'll flip this on, wait just a bit for the cows to start spawning. Okay, any day. There we go. Now you can see the cows are being pushed into the grinder. And so if I put some fans along the sides to make sure that they get pushed in from the edge as well, we should be just fine. All of the mobs that spawn in this chamber will automatically be pushed back to where the grinder can hit them. So I'm going to do that, and I will be back. So the spawner is working really good here. I've got 2 fans on each side and 5 across the back. It keeps all of the mobs pushed right up here in front of the grinder, and that is perfect. So now the next thing that I want to do, we already have the ability to get all the ender pearls we want thanks to this enderman, but in order to make more safari nets, we need gas tiers. So I went ahead and dropped off our cow down in the bottom of the base, and we are going to head to the nether and see if we can capture Ghast. And hopefully the game doesn't crash going into the nether this time. Okay, looks like we're doing good. So I can hear a Ghast around here somewhere. So let's see, we've got 90% fuel, we should be good. So it sounds kind of like it's in this direction. Hard to tell directions on Ghasts. I'm gonna have to look around for this guy and see if I can find him. There he is! Okay, and he's got an arrow in his head. Ooh! Gotta get over here, he's stuck in the lava. Perfect! No, 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 no! Oh, what just happened? Oh, I opened my... Oh, God. No. I opened my satchel instead of hitting him with the safari net. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, no. No, 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 no. This is terrible. We got to get over there and get it. At least I didn't land in the lava. Well, actually, I would have rather landed in the lava. I could have flown away then. Oh, God. This is terrible. Okay, well, I'm going to have to go and try to get my stuff back. And, yep, I will see you guys in a little bit. Alright, well, I should be good to collect all of my stuff here again. So I'm going to go ahead and break that. And hopefully we got everything. Looks like it. So we got all of that stuff. Let's go ahead and put our rings back on. And we'll go ahead and set everything back up here correctly. Can't believe that I did that. Okay, so there we go. So we'll go ahead and just break our way back out of here, and well, I guess we'll take some glowstone. I'll always take some glowstone. So it's actually been quite a while since I've died on this map, so. Alright, now make sure that we're on the safari net this time. And we're going to try to get this guy again. Did we get him? We got him. Alright, so we got ourselves a Ghast. We're going to go ahead and take him back out to our base. And we should be able to start spawning Ghasts now. So that's great. So, I might take some of these clouds. I don't know. It seems like that's kind of slow. Don't really need more sulfur, though. But I'm going to meet you back at the base, and we will look at spawning some Ghasts now. That is a beautiful thing. Yep, so we have Ghast's ability to be spawned here, and they get pushed into the grinder. So, yep, we'll be collecting all kinds of Ghast tiers, and we're going to get additional sulfur from these guys, even though we don't really need it. But, yep, I'm going to let some of these guys spawn up, and I'll figure out what we're going to do next. So we have a great deal, plenty of Ghast tiers here now. We've got over 5 stacks, so I'm going to go ahead and take some of these, and we're going to make up a whole bunch of safari nets, and we are going to go and do a little bit of exploring. So, yeah, we should have plenty to... there we go. We'll make 10 safari nets. That should be a great deal plenty. And, yeah, I suppose we should probably just drop these essence tanks off here. And for some reason, we still have the blaze in our inventory. So, yep, we're going to go ahead and do a little exploring. So, over here we have AE2 Meteor. I'm probably going to go over and get that. I kind of want to head down here to the south and see what all we've got down here. But I'm going to do a little exploring, and if I find any interesting mobs, I'm going to catch them. And one thing that I definitely want to get, I did find a blitz, and I got a blitz rod from them. So I'm going to try to find some of them as well. So, yep, I'm going to go do a little exploring, and I will see you guys in a little bit. So, as I was flying around and exploring, I came across this place, and oh my gosh, this is so awesome. So, we've got this massive cliff face here. Here, let me get it to where you guys can see it. We've got this massive cliff face here with a big, huge cave inside of it and a flat area down below. So, we could put all kinds of stuff in this cliff face up in underneath here in the cave area, and then we have this flat area down below for like farms and things like that. And you know what? I think that this might be a more permanent place that I decide to make my base into. So, yeah, that's pretty awesome. Now, I have been doing quite a bit of exploring. I have completely eliminated a blue slime island. But I got a creeper, I got a roaster, a blitz, and, oh, well, I guess that's it. I thought I had another one here. But if we look at the map, I'm way up here right now. So, yeah, we've got quite a ways north of our place, and a little bit east, for that matter. But way down here to the south, I found the garden biome. So we have those large flowers. I've been just kind of randomly exploring around. I found a volcano here and a volcano here. There's tons and tons of the basalt there. More villages and all kinds of stuff. Now, one thing that I am going to have to take the harvester for, right here. We have one of the sequoia trees here. And those things are monstrous. So, yep, I'm definitely going to be taking the harvester down there to harvest that, but I really like the look of this valley right here, and there's tons of this lush desert around here, and we've got a village nearby. So, yeah, I am definitely going to be moving my base over here. Oh, and one other thing that I almost forgot to show you guys, I'm not sure which one of these. I made 2 more of these resonant satchels simply because I just never seem to have enough space. But I found, I think, all of my inscriber presses for applied energistics. So we're looking at not too long from now needing to get some wither bosses killed so that we can start into applied energistics. But yeah, I think I'll make some plans as to how I'm going to move down here. But yep, I will go ahead and head back to the base, and I'll meet you there. So because of the fact that I know that we need some nether stars before we can get into applied energistics, I think we're going to head back to the nether again, see if we can catch ourselves a wither skeleton. Because that seems to be the next logical mob to capture. Now, I did run some of those blitzes for a little while, and also I collected up enough of the sequoia saplings from a tree that's right next to our new base location that I was able to plant one right here at our spawn base. And I went ahead and cut that all down, and I'll tell you, there's a lot of wood from that. Now, of course, there's bark and bats, but there's bark and regular wood. What? That little jerk. But there's bark, heartwood and rootwood, and really the heartwood and the rootwood are only good for charcoal production. But the heartwood we can use for other things. So let's see here. We've got our blaze spawner there. Got another blaze spawner over there. I don't know. We're just kind of going to have to look around here and see if we can find a wither skeleton. I have no idea where we're going to find one here. So I suppose we'll just do a little exploration here and gather up a little bit of stuff as we go too. Because that sure doesn't hurt anything. Gotta be ready to attack, too. And I don't know what's been going on. My frame rate has really been poor here recently. So, yeah, I got tons of netherrack here for all the good that does me. And nothing in that one. So, yeah, I'm just gonna have to wander around here for a little while by the looks of it. I don't know why I can't find a wither skeleton right now. What is that? Oh, is that a beehive? No, that's bloodwood tree. Okay, well, no wonder. I suppose we can grab this up. What? Why did that only break one? I am very confused. Okay, that's a little bit more like it. Now, I know from personal experience, these trees grow downward. So that can be a little bit of a problem. But I really don't see anything left that would be keeping these leaves from despawning. Oh, here it is. And maybe we'll have a wither skeleton by the time we get done with this. Okay, there we go. Did I just see redstone? Oh no, it was a blood sapling. Okay. Strange, though. Don't know what we'll do with this stuff, but we've got 4 saplings. Let's just take a look. It says it's fire resistant. So we've got bloodwood and this other one. Okay, so let's see here. What's the uses on this stuff? Typical. We can cut it up into planks. That's about it. Okay, well, not a lot to do with that stuff. But we just keep wandering around here. I'm really wondering where these wither skeletons are. Let's see, let's try going around the backside of this. I have no idea what's back here. Nothing. Well, I'm going to wander around for a while. Get some, or a wither skeleton in this safari net. And I'll meet you back at the base. So guys, I managed to get myself the wither skeleton in a safari net, but we've run into a major problem here, and that is, in order to get a wither skeleton to spawn out of an MFR spawner, we have to use exact copy. Now, if I turn this back on just to be safe, if we look at this, yeah, exact copy uses a lot of essence. So we have run out of essence. So there's 2 solutions to this. The first one being that we can create a lot of experience for ourselves and use that through the sewer to make mob essence. Now, we do have over here a huge amount of stuff that needs to be fortuned, and this is only diamonds, lapis, and electrotine. And this will give us a lot of experience, but this is only a temporary fix. So what I think I'm going to end up having to do here is I am going to make a darkroom spawning chamber off to the side of this MFR spawner. And we're going to have mobs spawning there constantly, being pushed into the spawner and creating new essence. And that's going to take a little bit of time to build. But first, before I do that, I am kind of wanting to increase the number of hearts that I have. Now, I'm going to quickly grab my fortune hammer, if I can find it here. Whoops. So we have our fortune hammer, and this won't take very long at all to fortune through all of this stuff. So we're just going to quickly grab all of this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to be making the Tinker's Construct heart canisters. So we kind of need all of the diamonds that we have over here for that. I have 8 of the miniature red hearts, and I went ahead and made everything that I needed to go with that, with the exception of the jeweled apples. And man, I cannot see a thing. So we are going to quickly come over here by the crafting table. We're going to get some of these lapis piles turned into blocks. And what was that I saw? A lapis shard. What does that get used for? No idea. Doesn't really have a use by the looks of it. But so, I have, like I said, I have everything really that I need for this. And we don't even have any of the diamonds in our inventory. This is bad. We have so much stuff that we picked up there. Okay, there's 64 and 16 diamonds. Now, what I ended up having there was 36 diamond blocks, so that's a pretty good return on that. So, now that I've kind of gotten this cleaned up, just going to do a little bit more here. Okay, whoops, that doesn't work. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my 8 apples, and I need half a stack of diamonds for this. And we make our jeweled apples. Now we take the jeweled apples, our miniature red hearts, our necrotic bones, which we've been getting from the wither skeletons, and some empty canisters, and we get these red heart canisters. Now these, let's see if I can figure out where they go. Right here. So we put these here, and this will give us 8 additional hearts. That's nice. So we'll grab the last little bit of experience here. Oh my gosh, there was a lot there. So we got 34 levels out of that. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to grab a bunch of our empty tanks here. And we're going to just plop these down here so that we can have our experience drained out here. And also, something that we have not been using is these essence berries. So the essence berries give you experience as you eat them. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to sit here and eat essence berries as my experience is drained off. But I am going to have to make that, darkroom spawner. So I'm going to get a little bit of essence stored up here, and then I'm going to start building that spawner, and I'll be back in a little bit. So a couple of updates, guys. I do have a darkroom back here. It does spawn, just not very good. Now, part of the reason for that is that we still have a lot of cave space underneath here that is not lit up. So I've been spending a lot of time doing that, trying to get everything cleaned up. But, yeah, that's going to be an ongoing process. Now, the other thing is I have upgraded to drums here from Extra Utilities instead of the tanks. And if we look at the recipe on these, this is a cauldron with 6 steel ingots and 2 weighted pressure plates, and the cauldron is 7 iron plates. So these things aren't cheap, but they definitely hold a lot more. They hold 256 buckets, so that's the equivalent of 16 tanks. Now, I have one over here that I'm draining my XP straight into, and then I can put the faucet directly on the side of that, and we can get a lot of mob essence very quickly. But, yeah, I'm kind of a little concerned with this darkroom spawner, and it's not really working as good as I'd like. So I think what I'm probably going to do is replace this glass with the dark glass from, I can't remember where it's from, but if we look up dark glass, I think it's dark glass, yeah, from Extra Utilities. We need blackout curtains for that, and 5 pieces of thickened glass for 5 of the dark glass, and these blackout curtains are just 6 pieces of wool for 12 of them, so they're not real hard to make. The thickened glass is just sandy glass smelted, and that's just 2 pieces of glass and 2 pieces of sand. Very simple stuff to do, but that will allow this entire chamber to be spawnable. And then the next thing that I want to do to improve spawning in there is we are going to do the activation ritual on our division sigil. And that will allow us to get some of the cursed earth, and that spawns mobs like crazy. But unfortunately, that is going to have to be for next time because we have run out of time. So I'm going to say, if you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to give a thumbs up. Let me know that you're enjoying it. Oh, and we got a squid with a catfish out there. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye!